Hi everybody, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. We've got a couple of minutes before we get started, but I thought I'd say hello. Feel free to find some music for today's class. It'll be a 60-minute intermediate vinyasa flow. So just before we get started, while people are still filtering in, a few modification options for some things we'll be doing. So one thing we'll be doing is a lot of downward dog transitions. If you've got anything going on with the wrists, you can always do a forearm downward dog instead, or take hands and knees. For transitions where we would usually do sort of a knee to nose, you can always just do this from hands and knees. An effortless way of transitioning without even having to use the hands, while also getting the core and strengthening balance. Happy whatever time it is and whatever day it is. Today it's a Friday at almost 6 p.m. Welcome to my humble abode, and I'm looking forward to practicing with you. If you have any questions or want to write in the comments, I am here to read them. Hopefully I can see them while we're still in live mode. Yeah, technology's been pretty interesting. I actually accidentally filmed an entire class and made it visible to all my friends when I thought I was practicing for this. So, foible number one made. Hopefully there won't be too many more. And we'll just give people a few more minutes to filter in the room. Someone said something. Ah, hello. It's nice to see you. Alright, let's make sure that my phone's on Do Not Disturb, because that would be embarrassing. Well, it looks like I can't fix that even if it isn't, so. Yeah, hello. Alright, well, we're going to get started. Welcome. Oh, hello. Agnes and Marta are here. Hi. All right. So for starters, stand at the top of your mat. Spread your toes nice and wide, and then lower all 10 toes to the mat. Bend your knees slightly here to get grounding. See if you can press into the outer blades of the feet, as well as the heels and the balls of the feet. Inhale, roll your shoulders up toward your ears. Sigh it out as you melt your shoulders down and back. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, roll your shoulders up toward your ears. Exhale, melt them down and back. 1 more. Inhale, roll your shoulders up toward your ears. Exhale, melt them down and back. Take a moment here. Sway slightly from side to side until you find that center point. And find stillness. Find a little bit of movement forward and back until you find that center point, that point where it's really easy to just stay still. And then if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Try to stack your ears over your shoulders over your hips over your knees, knees over ankles. Perhaps imagine that there's a little thread going from the crown of your head all the way up toward the sky, pulling you upward. And as you're here, begin to deepen your breath. Taking in whatever there is that you need to take in. If you'd like to set an intention for today's practice, feel free to do so. Or perhaps just intend to pay attention to your breath for the next hour or so. When you feel ready, gently open the eyes. From here, with a soft bend in the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, reach all the way up. As you exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale to lift Halfway up, press hands to shins or upper thighs. Exhale, fold. Bring belly to spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, make yourself nice and tall. And once again, exhale, swan dive forward, fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, let it go. One more, just like that. Sweep the arms out and up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, chest leads. Inhale to lift halfway up. As you exhale, plant your hands onto your mat and step back to hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. As you inhale, lower your belly and raise your chin. Exhale for cow, round the spine, press chin to chest. Inhale, let the hips drop, open up. Exhale, round the spine, press chin to chest. Inhale, leading from the hips, lower the belly, open the chest, raise the chin. Exhale, hips curl, curl in, chin to chest. Cycle through a few more cat-cows with your own breath. And here, feel free to introduce any feel-good movements. So these can be swaying the hips from side to side, or maybe rolling into one shoulder and then the other. And since you're practicing from home, let this be a time where you can really just be expressive and take what your body needs. One of my main focuses in intermediate classes is this idea of listening to your body instead of letting pride take over or telling yourself that you have to do all the things. Can you just tune into that idea of what you actually need today? If that's 60 minutes of Shavasana, absolutely take it. I'm here for it. You can just listen. You can even put me on mute and just be here. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, tuck your toes and press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. For this first one, bend your knees. Give them a nice generous bend so that you can make space in the low back. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Begin to walk your dog or take any other feel-good movements in downward facing dog. If you've got any wrist issues, you can always come down to forearm, or you can always come to hands and knees when we're in downward dog. Another option for warming up in downward dog is to move your heels from side to side. This presents a nice stretch into the side body. Find your downward dog once more. Give your head a shake no and a nod yes to release tension from the neck. And then on your next exhale, bend your knees and begin walking to the top of your mat. Allow your head to hang, give it another shake, and grab opposite elbows. Introduce as much of a bend into your knees as you need for this to be a nice, comfortable pose. On your next inhale, release your hands, lift halfway up. Exhale, bow over your legs. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up, reach up. Exhale, bring hands through center. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up toward the sky, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, bring hands to the mat, right foot steps back, lower the back knee, low lunge. Inhale to sweep the arms up as you reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Hold here for 5 breaths. And while staying in this nice plank, see if you can bring a little bit of softness to the face. Continue taking deep breaths. Ensure that you're not collapsing into the shoulders by pressing your shoulders up toward the sky. Shoulder blades. On your next exhale, with knees up or down, lower all the way down onto the mat. Point your toes, inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep your right heel up toward the sky. Exhale, bring knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep the heel back, raise the leg. Exhale, knee to nose, hold here. Inhale, curl in, look between your hands, plant your foot between your hands, lower the back knee. Inhale to sweep the arms up as you reach up. Exhale, fingers toward the mat. Look forward, take a big step forward and fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms out and up as you reach up. And then exhale, bring hands through heart center. Same thing, other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, bring fingers to the mat, left foot steps back, lower the back knee. Sweep the arms up as you reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, lower half or all the way down. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. And if you haven't done so already, introduce this Ujjayi quality of breath, this breathing in and out the nose with a slight constriction in the throat, as though you were fogging a mirror. On your next inhale, sweep your left heel up to the sky. Exhale, bring knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep the left heel back. Exhale, knee to nose, hold here. Inhale, curl in. Look between your hands. Plant your foot between your hands, lower the back knee. Sweep the arms up as you reach up. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Look forward, take a big step forward and fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up as you reach up. Exhale, bring hands through heart center. Now from here, we'll sink into our chair pose, so bring the weight into your heels. Reach your arms up as you sit on back. Take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back to plank or chaturanga. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, lower half or all the way down. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Once again, option to shake the head no, and yes to release tension from the neck. On your next inhale, sweep your right heel up to the sky, bend the knee, and stack right hip over left. Boy dog by a fire hydrant. Option to take little circles with the knee if that feels nice for you, or to find stillness. Wherever you are, have your fingers spread nice and wide and press into all 10 fingers so that you're not dumping the weight into the wrists. Take 1 more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring knee toward your chest and then plant your foot between your hands. We're coming into Warrior One here, so ground your back leg at a 45-degree angle. Then reach your arms up toward the ceiling. Now, if you have normal hips that aren't super narrow, what you'll want to do is take a step out to the side so that both hips are facing toward the front and you don't have that slant. Reach your arms up toward the sky. From here, cactus the arms out to your side. As you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring forearms to touch. 2 more just like that. Inhale to open up. Exhale, bring forearms to touch. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring forearms to touch. Inhale to open. This time we're going to get funky since we're all alone in our respective homes. We can get a little crazy. We're going to take some lion's breath. So take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, stick out your tongue and roar. 2 more just like that. Inhale, take a deep breath in. And let it go. 1 more. Inhale, take a deep breath. From here, reach your arms by your sides toward the back of the room. Spot your target out in front of you, and when you're ready, take flight by picking up the back leg. Finding your warrior 3. Option to keep the front leg as bent as you want. Option to move the arms, either hands at your heart center or maybe both arms reach toward the front of your room. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then as slowly as you can, lower your fingertips toward the mat. On your next inhale, raise your gaze and your lifted big toe. Exhale, bring both feet onto the mat, bow over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway up. Cathartic sound as you exhale. Sweep the arms out and up as you reach up. Make yourself nice and tall. Exhale, release. From here, we'll go into chair pose once more. On your next inhale, drop on down. And if you find that you're clenching your teeth and frowning while in chair pose, one way to make yourself smile is to think of the fact that you don't have to sit in these chairs regularly. So take 2 more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank or float back through chaturanga. From here, option to skip and go through cat-cow or child's pose, or if you're coming with me for a vinyasa, from plank, lower half or all the way down. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, raise your left heel up to the sky, stack left hip on right, bend the knee. Boy dog by a fire hydrant. Press into both hands equally so that your shoulders stay nice and level. Option to take those hip circles once again if that felt nice on the other side. On your next exhale, bring knee to nose, plant your foot between your hands and take your warrior 1. Once again, checking in with that alignment, making sure that both hips are facing the front of the room. On your next exhale, open your arms to cactus. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring both forearms to touch. 2 more, inhale, open up. And exhale, forearms come to touch. Inhale to open. Exhale, forearms come to touch. Inhale to open. We'll take 3 rounds of lion's breath. Inhale, deep, deep breath. Stick out your tongue, roar. 2 more, inhale. Let it go. Inhale. And if you feel like laughing for this last one, go for it. Nice. All right, from here, give everything a little bit of a shake. No, just kidding. That's not what we did on the other side. So, spot your landing. Lift on up for warrior 3. The shakes are coming, I promise. On your next inhale, option to change your arm position, whether that's bringing your arms in front of you or once again, hands at heart center. Take one more deep breath in here and a deep breath out. As slowly as you can, lower your fingertips toward the mat. Inhale, raise your gaze and your big toe. Exhale, bow over your legs, fold both feet on the ground. Inhale to lift halfway up. Let go of whatever you need to let go of. Sweep your arms out and up as you reach out. And then bring hands to heart center. Take 2 breaths, just check in with how you feel. Now give everything a shake. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, shake out your face. Maybe even flutter your lips. Now, 2 options from here. You can take a chair for 5 breaths, or if you're either not in the mood for chair or very much in the mood for crow, you can experiment with crow pose. For this one, you'll place both hands onto the mat in front of you. You'll keep looking forward. Your feet are not that interesting. And then you'll bring your knees in toward your triceps. From here, you can lift one foot. You can alternate between your feet. You can maybe create a little kicking sequence or just bring both feet up. Wherever you are, whether it's chair, whether it's crow, whether it's just crouching on the ground, take 2 more deep breaths. And then from here, either float back to chaturanga or find your way to child's pose, cat-cow, or downward facing dog. Take your journey. We'll meet in 3 breaths. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep your arms out and up as you reach up. Exhale, bring hands through heart center. From here, ground into your right leg. Bring your left knee in toward your chest. Option to hold as you are, or extend both the legs and both the arms. Take 3 more deep breaths where you are. On your next inhale, bring your knee in toward your chest, swing like a pendulum, and then let your back leg find the mat. Setting up for warrior 2 here, ground your back heel at a 90-ish degree angle and open your hips up. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. From here, we'll do a bit of an archer flow. So you'll bring both hands toward the front of your mat. On your inhale, bring your left arm back, open up, tuck your bow. Exhale, bring your back arm toward your front hand. 2 more times like that. Inhale, pluck your bow, maybe even follow with your gaze. Exhale, release. Inhale once more. And exhale, let it go. Open up to your warrior 2. Take 2 more breaths here. Flip your front palm and sweep it up and back for Exalted Warrior. A few options here. You can either bring your top hand and just bend it, giving yourself a nice little tricep stretch. You can bring your back hand and maybe wrap it near your front hip, maybe take a half bind. If you'd like, you can explore cow face arms by either grabbing your shirt or maybe grabbing your arms. Take 2 more breaths here. From here, straighten through the front leg. Unravel your arms, reach as far forward as you can. Ensure that you're not locking into that front leg. And then let your arms fall wherever they do. Focusing here on opening up toward the side wall rather than touching the floor. Option to stay as you are or to reach your top arm toward the front of the room. Ensure that you're not collapsing into this bottom waist. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can bottom arm out in front of you. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, come on up. Turn both feet to face each other, maybe slightly pigeon-toeing the toes toward each other. As you inhale, raise your chest up toward the sky. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Option to find stillness here, bring your hands on the mat, or if you'd like, you can bend into one leg and the other. Figure out what your body needs today and let your intuition guide you rather than overthinking it. If you'd like to flutter your lips or make any noises while you're doing this, feel free to. On your next inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, turn both hands, both feet toward the front of the mat. Find your way to downward facing dog. We'll meet in 5 breaths. Option to cycle through a vinyasa, cat-cow, or child's pose. We'll see you in downward dog. From downward facing dog, bend your knees, look forward, and then straighten them out. Lower the knees, come onto hands and knees, and find your way onto your left hip. We're gonna come into Sassy Mermaid. A few options here. If you've got anything going on in the wrists, you can stay on your forearm, chill here. If you're looking for a little bit more of a side stretch, you can come into Sassy Mermaid. Make sure that you have a slight bend in the elbow here. If this feels like your level of spice today, feel free to stay here. If you're looking to add a little more seasoning, you can bring your top leg in front of you for a figure 4 stretch. Option to stay just as you are, or find modified side plank by pressing into both legs, maybe lifting the arms. If you're still looking for a bit of spice, you can always lift this top leg either up, maybe explore with various arm positions. Take whatever your body's calling for. Wherever you are, we'll be here for 3 more breaths. Slowly lower down. Coming onto hands and knees, take a few hip circles or cat-cows. Once again, feel free to release any sounds you'd like here. From here, we'll take the same thing on the other side. Come onto your right forearm or whichever one you didn't just do. Option to stay just as you are, or once again, option to come onto your wrist. Feel free to stay here if you want more seasoning. Option to bring the top foot in front of you. Maybe introduce a little bit of a hip stretch here. You explored some more flavor varieties on the other side. Here, do the same thing, perhaps finding that modified side plank or finding a full side plank. Yogi's choice. And the reason I compare sort of level ups to flavors or seasonings is because I really do think we have a different taste every day. Some days you might be really craving spicy, and other days you just want something more mild. And it doesn't mean that you're any less of a yogi or any weaker, it just means that you're craving something different that day. So take what your body needs today. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, lower on down. Once again, find hands and knees, take a few hip circles or whatever other movement feels nice to release that. When you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. As you inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep the arms out and up as you reach up. Exhale, bring hands through heart center. Take 2 breaths here, see how you feel. See whether one side feels different than the other. If you're ready, open your eyes, give everything a big shake. Shake out your arms, your legs, your face. And then from here, ground your, oh my God, left, right, itis kills me every time. So last time we had our, okay. Bring your right leg in toward your chest. I guess some things never fade. Even when you're doing live on Facebook, you still don't know your left from your right. Alright, if you're wobbling, no worries, so am I. Option to extend the arms and the leg. Take 3 more deep breaths here, wherever you are. And remember that this is just play. On your next inhale, bring your knee in toward your chest. Swing back like a pendulum. Let your bottom leg find the ground and set up for Warrior 2, spinning that back heel at a 90-ish degree angle. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze over that middle finger. And then here we'll take Archer Mudra again. So on your next exhale, take your back arm and bring it toward your front arm. Inhale, pluck like a bow, bringing your left arm, your right arm back. Exhale, release. Inhale, pluck your arm like a bow. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, release. Inhale to reach back one last time. Settle in here. Flip your front palm, sweep it up and back for Exalted Warrior. Same options as on the other side. Option to bend the arm, option to grab your back arm and maybe swing it behind. Maybe grab that half bind, or once again take cow face arms. Wherever you are, see if you can keep that bend in that front leg. A lot of us like to come out of this pose once we start opening up our chests. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Straighten through the front leg. Slowly release your arms if you have them bound. Reach as far forward as you can. Then from here, lower the arms, come into triangle pose. Take 4 deep breaths here. Option to once again either bring the arm overhead or maybe even extend this bottom arm out in front of you. Let your next inhale guide you up. Turn both feet to face each other and find your wide-legged forward fold as you inhale, grow nice and tall. And exhale, fold forward. You have 5 breaths here. Feel free to take whatever you want. You're more than welcome to explore inversions. Maybe grab opposite ankles, find movement again, whatever works for you. If you want to join me for some cathartic sounds, feel free to flutter your lips on your next exhale. If you're in a wide-legged forward fold, give your head a shake no and a nod yes to release tension from the neck. If you're in any inversion, slowly come on down. On your next inhale, bring your hands onto the mat, lift halfway up. Exhale, turn both hands, both feet toward the front of the mat, and then find your way to downward facing dog. From here, option to take a vinyasa by rippling forward to plank. You're also welcome to take cat-cow or child's pose. If you're coming with me for the vinyasa, lower half or all the way down. Inhale to your up dog or cobra. And then exhale to downward facing dog. We'll meet in 3 more breaths. Feel free to take a child's pose, cat-cow, or another vinyasa. Or just find stillness and chill in your dog. When you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog if you're not already there. Bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep the arms out and up as you reach up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Take 2 deep breaths here. Option to lower the hands by your sides. See how you feel. You have your eyes closed, slowly blink them open. Turn to the side of your mat and take a big step out for a star shape. From here, turn your, this is so much fun. Turn your right foot toward whichever direction of the mat that is. Find your warrior 2. Take 2 breaths here. On your next exhale, front forearm to front thigh. Top arm can either reach toward the ceiling or up overhead. If you'd like to take a bind here, take your top arm, turn your hand away from you, and then bring your hand onto your low back. From here, you can either stay in this half bind, bringing your hands sort of tucked in and under, or you can take your bottom arm and maybe interlace your fingers. Option to stay just as you are here, or if you'd like to explore Bird of Paradise, we've got 8 breaths for exploration. So if you're coming with me for Bird of Paradise, what you'll do is you'll take a few steps with your bottom foot here. You'll bring your front foot toward you, and then slowly, slowly lift on up. If this isn't working for you, you can always just stand with your leg out. It really doesn't matter. Take what your body's calling for. Take 2 more breaths. Option to extend the leg. I won't be doing that today. If you're in Bird of Paradise, slowly make your way back to Exalted Warrior. Unravel your arms and find your way to Star Pose. Take a moment toward the center of the mat. Give yourself a shake before we take the other side. And once again, you're at home, so you can shake in whatever way you want. No inhibitions. When you're ready, spread your feet nice and wide. Turn your left foot out in front of you. Setting up for warrior two on the other side. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. When you're ready, find exalted warrior on this side. Top arm either reaches up toward the ceiling, up overhead. Or once again, option to explore binds here by first turning your palm away from you, bringing it somewhere onto your low back. I'll just give you the image from this side. So essentially you're bringing your palm away from you, bring your palm somewhere toward your low back. You can tuck it in here, grab your thigh. You can also grab here with your front hand. And once again, exploring bird of paradise if you choose to do so by taking a few steps forward. Once again, coming to stand. Once again, you can extend the leg if you'd like. Wherever you are in whatever version of extended side angle you're in, take 3 more breaths. If you're in bird of paradise, slowly make your way to warrior two. Unravel your arms and come to stand. Take a big step toward the front of the mat, and once again, give yourself a shake. Shake it out. Shake out any stress, any anxiety, anything you need to let go of. Just let it go. And if you're feeling courageous or silly, you can flutter your lips or make a weird noise here. Find stillness. Take 3 breaths here. Option to roll the shoulders up toward your ears and melt them down and back just to find that tallness once again. Tune in and see how you feel. When you're ready, sweep your arms out and up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands downward facing dog. From here, bend your knees and hop through to seated. Some of you may be able to float through. From here, we'll take a boat pose. So a couple of options here. You can grab the backs of your legs and maybe just be the boat near the pier. You can lift both legs and keep holding on so that you've got a nice long spine. Or you can release. You can maybe extend the legs. Maybe you extend the arms to be a big sailboat. I've had people do the YMCA in my class. Some people like to fish. When I hold this for a long time, I like to pretend that there are little birds on my toes so that I can keep myself entertained and smiling. Wherever you are, just keep breathing. And as we're here, we're gonna do a little bit of sailing if you'd like to come with me. So on your next exhale, roll down with the waves. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, come on down. And inhale up. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Let your inhale bring you up. Last one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come on up. Slowly release. Give your legs a hug. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Bring your feet as wide as your mat or even wider, and then windshield wash your legs from side to side. Once again, if you're feeling like you could let go of a little bit of sound, you can make swish noises as you move your legs. Swish, swish, swish. One more. Swish. Cross your legs. Create little circles with your hips. Take your circles the other direction. From here, bring your right knee in toward you. Find a figure 4 shape. You can come onto forearms and stay here in this stretch. or you can stay seated. If you're looking for a little bit of an extra flavoring here, you can also bring your foot into the crease of your elbow and rock from side to side. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Option to stay in a figure 4, or if you'd like, you can take a half happy baby by either grabbing your ankle or the outer blade of your foot with your right hand. Feel free to stay here. If you'd like to turn your leg out a bit, you can bring your right hand underneath your calf, left hand on the heel of the foot, and sort of churn your leg past your shoulder as though you were churning butter, even though I've never actually seen butter churned. If your leg's feeling quite cooperative, what you can do is you can bring your leg onto your shoulder. You can find your way to compass pose and fully extend the leg, or you can keep it bent. Once again, any of the layers are still hip openers, so whether you're still in that figure 4, just enjoying that nice stretch, or happy baby, you're here with us. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Slowly release the leg. Do the other side now. So starting off with layer 1, bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Option to stay on your elbows or to come all the way up. Option to stay here, or once again, cradle your foot, bringing your foot onto the inner crease of your elbow. And if you're here, try to get nice and tall. Take 2 more breaths. Option to stay as you are. If you're coming into half happy baby, grab either your ankle or the outer blade of your foot. If you're looking for some butter churning, grab your heel with your opposite hand. Bring your left hand onto your left calf and start moving your leg, your hip. And if you want, you can hook it once again, and then grab the outer blade of your foot with your right hand. Maybe look underneath, open up for compass pose, or just stay in any of the modifications offered beforehand. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And slowly release. So from here, we're going to move into Ashtavakrasana. There are a couple of options here. We're all going to start off together. So first, bring your left ankle over your right and have your legs sort of crossed so that your right hand's going between them. And lift both legs up. Squeeze into the ankles so that you're feeling your inner thighs engage as you do this. We're sort of doing core exercises here. And you have the option of lifting your hands to make this a little more difficult and challenge your balance. Take 3 more. Try to keep your spine nice and straight. So you're welcome to stop at any point here. Our next layer is to plant both hands onto the ground and to come into Chaturanga arms. Now you can either do this with your butt raised, or you can lift your feet and just explore moving here. If you'd like to take it the extra layer, make sure that your leg is sort of by your tricep rather than below. What you're going to do is you're going to press into your feet Really pressing into the outer blades of the feet as you lift up, lifting your butt up. It's sort of a whole counterbalance thing. And if you look down, you'll probably fall over. I have fallen on my face. Still haven't broken my nose, so things are good. Take another couple of seconds to play with that one. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Take a few windshield wipers before we move to the other side, and feel free to let out a cathartic sigh. Setting up for the other side, if you're coming with me. Cross right ankle over left, weave your left hand in between your legs. And once again, find these modified boat core exercise activities. Option to lift the arms with a 90-degree bend to sort of practice the chaturanga arms. And know that if you've got any wrist issues but still want to sort of be prepping for this arm balance once you are able to once again balance on your hands, this is a great place to be because you're still engaging the muscles that you need to do this, and you're also training your bodily alignment. All right. Now for the exploration. Plant both hands. They're like basically push-up length apart. You're going to find chaturanga in the arms. You can practice lifting the butt a couple times. Or you can practice lifting the legs and maybe just coming over the arms. If you'd like to combine everything at once, press into the legs, squeeze the ankles, really squeeze those outer blades of the feet as you lift on up. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are, or keep playing for another couple of seconds. And slowly release. Come on out of it. Bring your feet together, your knees wide, and slowly find a butterfly pose. Allow your head to relax here. Take 3 more deep breaths. Slowly walk your fingertips toward your hips. Extend the legs out in front of you. Give them a nice pat and a shake. Letting out any tension. Maybe just giving your muscles a nice little massage. And from here, when you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. And then exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees as much as you need in order to make this pose comfortable for you. Here, once again, allow yourself to just sink into the pose. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Slowly, mindfully, begin to walk your fingertips toward your hips. Bring your knees toward you and lower down to lie down on your back. And you can make this as slow as you want. You can do it my favorite way of just plopping down. From here, one by one, bring the knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a hug. Option to create little circles with the knees or just to sway from side to side. your feet hips distance apart. From here, cactus the arms, we're coming into a twist, so you'll want your arms at shoulder height, either into a T or with your arms in goalpost. Lower both legs over toward the right. A few nice options here. You can extend the bottom leg if that feels nice for a one-legged twist. You can stay with two knees. You can also twist into eagle legs if that's something that feels nice and accessible. Basically, find your favorite twist. And now that we're on the ground, lying down, you're more than welcome to close the eyes to sink inward. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Slowly, mindfully, bring both legs back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. An option to bring your forehead toward your knees, curling up into a little ball. And when you're ready, set up for the other side. Once again, bringing your arms at shoulder height, lowering both legs over toward the left this time, or whatever the opposite side is. Option once again to keep that 2-knee twist, to extend the bottom leg, or to take eagle legs, yogi's choice. Wherever you are, take 6 more deep breaths. Slowly, mindfully, make your way back to center. If there's any last pose you need before Shavasana, final rest, feel free to take that now. Perhaps it's a happy baby, just to level everything out and bring that spine closer to the ground. You're also welcome to just take Possum, reaching both arms and legs up toward the sky and relaxing. Whenever you feel ready, make preparations for Shavasana, final rest. Shavasana is traditionally taken with your feet as wide as the mat, arms out to the side. I encourage you, or at least invite you, to take out any hair ties, take off any glasses, take off anything that feels restrictive, so that you can really just melt in like a puddle. If you have tightness in the lower legs, you can always bring a block or bolster or some pillows underneath the thighs, just to release the hip flexors. Welcome to Shavasana with one last sigh if you'd like. Let your head sink into the mat. Let your shoulders get nice and heavy. Relaxing your right arm, right forearm, right wrist, palm, and fingertips. Relax the left arm, left forearm, left wrist, palm, and fingertips. Let your trunk sink into the mat. Release tension from the hips. Release the right glute. Relaxing the right leg. Letting the right shin get heavy. Release tension from your ankle, heel, foot, and toes. Release tension from your left thigh. Letting the left shin get nice and heavy. Relax the ankle, the heel, and the toes. Enjoy your rest. Begin to deepen the breath, waking up the body with fresh, clean air. Take a few more breaths here with your body nice and relaxed. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gradually increase the size of these movements by rolling through the wrists and the ankles. Now roll them the other way. If you'd like a nice morning-like stretch, reach your arms up overhead. Reach your feet away from your hands. Make yourself as long as you can as you take a deep breath in. And then relax as you let it go. One by one, hug your knees in toward your chest. And roll onto your favorite side, creating a pillow with your bottom arm. Take a few moments here to notice how you feel, to thank yourself for taking this time from your day to get onto your mat and into your body. When you feel ready, and only when you feel ready, press your top arm into the mat and come to find a seat. You're welcome to sit cross-legged or on your heels. Feel free to leave your hands wherever they've fallen or bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment and think of one thing that you're grateful for, big or small. Could be a cup of coffee this morning, your curtains in your room. And close today's practice with 3 bumblebee hums. So take a deep breath in, and then just hum. So really good at keeping you relaxed. Parasympathetic nervous system. Another deep breath in. Last one, deep breath in. And hum. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and your breath with me and with everyone else in this community today. From my heart to yours, namaste. May this practice leave you feeling lighter, clearer, and shining a little brighter. I hope to see you all soon. And if you have any questions or comments or want to get in touch with me in person, don't be shy. Ciao for now.